And then I remember he posted recently the itty bitty titty community and all
Oh
that,
my gosh.
and I didn't say anything about
Yes.
that, but in high school, we were all pretty flat chested as far as my friends went, except for this one
Uh-huh.
friend. And we bought her a t-shirt with the Playboy granny came out like when I was in high school. So we put the Playboy granny with the big tits hanging down to the floor and all the wrinkles on her t-shirt. It was like a night shirt. It was such a huge t-shirt. It was like a night shirt then. And then we got her like as big a bra size as we could because I said she wore a Z bra. And and we formed a club that was a pirate's pleasure is a sunken chest or something like that. Anyways, and then and then of course we told her, and you can't be in our club, and we're all super friends, and so it was all totally in fun. We weren't acing her out. We were like
Oh yeah.
elevating her. Oh gosh, we had so much fun with that. Her father found the t-shirt and he went berserk. And he just thought we were a bunch of mean little bitches, and he just went off. He was kind of mentally, like, he actually died of a brain tumor not much after high school. So he was really a narcissistic little crackhead. But yeah, so I'll never forget how this guy like totally reacted.
Oh my goodness.
And she was the one that she and her husband, when she was getting married, they did the main candle, and then they blew out their individual candles. And it's like, what the hell are you doing? Don't do that. Why are you doing that? I was like, no. It's like, you leave those lit. Leave them lit. That's important. I was like, I didn't know why I felt so strongly about them. It just pissed me off. So, yeah.
That's so funny. I've always had a similar like distaste for those like unity rituals, whether it's the sand that they can't separate or the candle. We had communion at my wedding. I was like, I want to have communion. Like this is about it being a divine union.
Yeah. Marriage isn't two dogs stuck together.
Oh
man.
Yeah.
Oh, Steena, thank you so much. What did you love?
I loved Terry's poem also to you from your ceremony. And just reading the first few lines of I see you there. I was like, whoa, like and because that I was like, he could have just said that as a vow, I see you. And it's like the end. Because when that comes from a man who does see you, that's all that you need.
Yeah. And it is. Like, and it's what I didn't have. And to have that was everything. And it's really interesting because, excuse me, he had a reaction to all of it. To remember in, goodness, remember in Women Who Run with the Wolves, the skeleton. And the skeleton was chasing the guy, running from love and stuff like that. And, he really felt like I was literally brought to him anyways, like on a spiritual level, because he just like let go of all that he was up to. And we were packing his stuff up, and he said, please don't hurt me. And it's like, wow. What does that mean? And really it comes up every once in a while, and I'll ask him, and I go, what did you mean by that? Because I just love you so much. I'm like, say that again. So nice to be wanted. Right?
I think that's it's interesting because when you said that, I thought about Foy, about my partner, and I thought he's expressed some of that similar sentiment of like just feeling taken advantage of, or not like just being hurt, like he's been hurt or betrayed in the past. And so like really, really trusting someone, like that's his growth. Like to really, really let someone, let someone be in control, like not of the relationship, but just of anything. Anytime that we went rock climbing, and like, it was a really big deal for him to trust me, for him to actually like be able to fall.
Right.
And it's pretty much a foolproof system when you're rock climbing with someone and you're belaying for them.
Yep.
And he really had to work through some real stuff to just trust that I was going to catch him, that I was going to be there, that I was paying attention. And I think as someone who's just a high achiever or success driven, however you want to say it,
right,
it's easy to feel in life like nobody can keep up with me, or nobody can do it the right way, or whatever it is, like just to feel let down a lot.
And he was the older one in his story, so people were trusting him, people were depending on him, and he didn't really have the parental force around, for that piece of it. He was part of the parental triangle, if you will, keeping things going and stuff. So it is interesting, and what is it, the saying on Facebook, check in on your strong friends, they're the ones that need you and you'll never know, or something like that.
That's the truth.
Yeah. Right.
Yeah.
And so it's fun to surround oneself with those types of people, because they get you. And there was a pastor that said, Linda, you're one of the most misunderstood people I know. I'm like, oh, you can say that again. That felt really good, And it was super clarifying, because it's like, oh, people aren't necessarily just being mean. They just don't understand me, right?
I think that's true. I read that you wrote something to that effect in the book. I remember
that woman at church that and she's like, she didn't seem like she liked me, and I couldn't figure out why, and that drives me nuts, because I make sense of things. So I invited her over for lunch at my house, and then she was super suspicious, but then she just melted. And that's what I said in the book, even my clients tell me things that they'd never tell anybody else, because I do build that container of trust,